Hi and welcome back to the Canuck Union lines. In this video I'm going to be looking at a few of the locomotives in my collection. As you know, my layout's supposed to be of a Canadian scene, although I do run a lot of US trains as well. In this video I'm focusing mostly on one of the most popular of US freight locomotives, the SD40-2, with several variants, especially for Canada and the Rocky Mountains. Enjoy. The SD40-2s were built at General Motors EMD plant at Grange, Illinois, and at the GMD plant in London, Ontario, the latter largely for the Canadian market. A total of 4,175 of these 3,000 horsepower units were built between January 1972 and October 1989. These 3,000 horsepower locos were found across Canada, the USA, into Mexico, Guinea, Brazil, Mauritania, and for the British market, the Class 59 diesel of 1985 to 95. The first 4 Class 59 diesels were built in 1985 for Foster Yeoman, and a 5th was added in 1989. In 1990, a batch of 4 were built for Amy Lodestone Corporation, and in 1994 and 1995 a further 6 were commissioned by National Power. Now let's look at the models. These are by Intermountain and by Kato. Canadian National number 6253 is a former Illinois Central locomotive, and it has the USA cab front. It was formerly Illinois Central number 6160 until it was rebuilt, and prior to that it was Burlington Northern 6772. The CP Rail number 5775 is by Intermountain. This is in the Canadian Pacific version of the Expo 86 livery, and it carries its bell in the correct position. The Grand Trunk Western number 5933 again is by Intermountain. This was formerly Union Pacific 4178, and prior to that Missouri Pacific or Mopac 3178. Mopac specifically ordered SD40-2s without dynamic brakes, and this is correctly shown in the long nose of the model, and you can tell that by the lack of dynamic brake fans on the top and the roof. Compare it with the other ones. The first 2 fans, the middle fans, are the dynamic brakes. And here's my favourite, the SD40-2 tunnel motor. These were unique to Southern Pacific and the Denver and Rio Grande Western, and to solve problems with dirty air and whatever in the tops of tunnels, EMD came up with a solution where the cooling fans were low in the long nose. So you get a higher long nose at the end, but the cooling fans are within that ventilator. Canadian built SD40-2s for Canadian National had what is known as a 4-window or wide cab, or Canadian cab, unlike the others which have got a narrow front nose. Here's another one in Expo86 livery. As well as having the Expo86 livery, this SD40-2W has a winterization hatch over one of the cooling fans. That's a large box with the vent on top. I also have a body for a Canadian National one in the Continental livery with the map of the US, North America on the side. The two models I've now noticed are not quite as accurate as they should be, are actually by Kato. One is the British Columbia Railway, number 756, and the other is the CP Rail, number 5904. Both are snoot nose, supposedly mid-production run, but the cab fittings are more for USA use than Canadian. Like on the Canadian National safety cab locos, there should be a bell at the front of the cab. The horns should be on the long nose, and the headlight should not be between the number boards but be on the front of the nose. Apparently these were produced before Kato got its reputation for accurate models.